Yeses and hello, I'm Darth Leon and welcome to what's, with 99.9.99999% certainty, the final session of Meta for ReFantazio. I think we're almost exactly 1 year in. Let me just I'm gonna give this quick Google to see when this game was released. Wait, hold on. We are literally 1 week past the 1 year anniversary of me streaming this. It came out on the 11th of October and today is the 17th, just with 1 year difference. And last time we killed Luis, we did everything, and we're just on the epilogue of stuff, right? Where we are apparently going to have to talk with people. Hopefully, they actually voice acted the epilogue, because I don't wanna hurt my voice again. Last time it really did a small number on me. Alright, I guess since Halkenberg is the first one available to us, we're going to speak to her first.
Come now.
When you finish your business outside the palace, please promise me you'll return to resume your duties, Your Majesty. If you take this as my pressuring you not to venture out, that's not it at all. Only that as a captain of the Royal Guard, I must know your whereabouts at all times. You didn't be so serious, Halkenberg. Lighten up, maybe. You mean to say I'm too fussy? Well, it is only proper for the captain of the Royal Guard. To be over-familiar would be set a poor example. Imagine the scandalized faces of the rank-and-file guard.
Of course.
That said, not a day goes by that I don't reflect on our travels. Now only a year past. I am regaining my pride as a knight to that journey. I was but a wanderer searching in vain for the prince, and it was through you that I learned he yet lived, and in the end it was your ascent to the throne I supported.
And so?
I never tired of the faces of the younger guards make when I tell them about the time you acted as a witness to my duel. Ha! Rodolphe. You mean the duel with Rodolphe? Yes, thanks to you, I was able to face him with eyes forward and put my past behind me. I'm surprised to say the knights of today are nothing like what they were under Rodolphe's command. I'm pleased, not surprised. Soldiers take up their swords not for those in power, but for the people, and as the champion of the people yourself, we will do all in our power to protect you, our king.
Well,
you do not make it easy by sneaking out of the palace as you do, though I suspect the soldiers are getting used to your chaotic tendencies. They know they protect not just the king, but a ruler who stands beside his people, and hears their voices in clarion truth.
this I vow.
I will protect you with my life, and I have always endeavored to do so, Your Majesty. Only let me stay by your side to do so.
What do you want to do?
There's still other people we can talk to, but did you not want to go to see Maria now? Alright, I suppose let's find Maria.
You're not serious.
If we do find anyone on the way there, I'm gonna keep an eye out. For example...
Ain't this a pickle?
Oh!
Alright then. Where to?
I am not allowed to venture outside of the capital, huh? Well, I guess we will speak with people as we find them. And Alonso happened to be one of them.
Pleasure to see you.
Hello, Your Majesty. It's only been a year since your coronation, and I see you've become quite apt at sneaking away from your palatial duties. Under constant fire from knaves of all trades, con artists and critics alike, your opening act must have been rather tumultuous, no?
But...
Yeah, it's been tough, but I'm glad we managed so far. Quite right. Your critics are loud and open with their bubs, but plenty more have put their faith in you. Besides, most of those agitators are the kind of scum that stirs the pot, in hopes that they might benefit from the country's turmoil. Nothing I couldn't handle, of course, only in days work for the Royal Adjustment to the Citizens' Council. Quite an ally I've made, I should hope.
Hey.
I wonder if my mother would be the slightest bit proud to see who I've become. But I'm doing my damnedest to use my talents for good, as I should have always, as I always should have. There's no doubt in my mind.
Yes.
I hope so. I was such a problem child. I like to make this a country where honest folk like my mother can be happy.
Now that you mention it.
That reminds me. Do you remember Daturam, my hometown's landowner? He told me to send you his regards. He since confessed his crime and is awaiting trial. You were the one who awakened his conscience. It makes sense, doesn't it? You've proven your ideals to be true. That's why the country is doing so well. There's nothing more to
Thank
it.
you.
I'm hardly qualified to speak of pride, but if this country has one, it's you, and I am proud to be among these people. Perhaps under your rule, the day will come that even we needy can walk about freely as our true forms. You're curious what I look like in my true form? I'd be happy to oblige, but let's save it for another time, shall we?
Oh.
Well, I see your king is out for some personal business, eh? I believe Halkenberg was searching for you, but I suppose it's none of my business who comes or goes. I'm on break myself.
Just
Only try not to frustrate the royal guard so much. They all take the duties quite seriously, much like their captain. Ha, who am I kidding? A knight who smiles is surely a myth. That's become clear to me since becoming titled. What could be more bizarre? A huge outcast, once a voted criminal with a bounty he sent, made knight commander. There was of course some opposition at first, but the more heart-to-heart talks I've had, the more accepting they've become, albeit gradually.
Right.
The war has only begun to change.
true.
Indeed, grand titles and posts across the nation are held by all manners of tribes now, each contributing with their respective strengths. I've realized over the past year just how much a nation is defined by its people. No matter how great a king, he alone does not a country make.
However,
Yet he stands for those very people, a symbol of an representative. That the king and those around him are of mixed tribes, it has already caused a great shift in sentiment, even for those in the rural areas.
That's...
You speak of your hometown?
yes.
Yes, indeed. They had shut themselves away, and now they actively engage with other villages. Your coronation inspired that village on greater heights. It proved that barriers can be broken, and that even they could take the first step. New winds are blowing in every corner of the country. I'll have to make another trip back home with my son to see the damages for myself soon enough. And someday, I hope distant generations will grow up only knowing conflict, born of tribal differences from history books.
We shall.
We've a ways to go before that day comes. But until it does, let us forge the path towards it, Your Majesty. Hey, Basilio. Alright, hold on. Yeah, let me. Alright.
Yo.
Heh, I was inspecting again. Seems a right pain to me, but I appreciate you going through all the effort. Making your rounds, Basilio? Making your rounds, Basilio?
Hey.
Yeah, Captain of the Tradian Brigade reporting in. And I'm pleased to report that there's nothing to report, Your Majesty, so I'm taking a break. Bit of a mouthful, innit? Still not used to calling yourself a captain, besides. We've even taken in some of survivors from Luis's troops. You know, but don't you worry. I've got two eyes on them even when I ain't looking.
But...
Why, I see it. We weren't the ones trying to make the world worse. I just gotta show him how power is supposed to be used, yeah? Wait to you for that, and there's less discrimination in the city these days. Fewer and fewer are turning to a life of crime to make ends meet. If Dell could see the Grand Trial today, his eyes would bug out. And not just Dell, look at the guys who didn't make it. I only wish they could have seen it for themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, same. But as long as we keep them in our memory, it's close to saving them as we can get, Vinca included. We built a piece with a lot of blood and tears, so I say those of us who made it this far, oh, we told to all of them. What? So say those of us who made it this far owe it to all of them. Maybe this is that didn't to protect it. Not what? Okay, it's probably a typo there. That didn't to protect it. Maybe I've got nothing to report today. But it's not like bad people stop being bad people because you're king now.
Thank you.
You've been through a lot though. So thanks for not giving up on us. Or the world for that matter. You spot any trouble that I didn't spot first? Just point me at it. I'll show it quick like.
This place is really
Alright. So he's some kind of like scout of some sorts. Well, you really became king. King, hey king, oh king, haha. Who did this tooth graffiti? Alright,
nice.
what do you have to say for yourself?
Well.
Oh, ex-County Julian. Oh, your majesty. Running around Sunset Row at this time of year, you must have very particular tastes. Perhaps you heard there's an unrest across the land as the oppressed are rising up against their oppressions.
Yes.
Perhaps the news haven't reached your walled garden yet. Here in Grand Trad, history books may not be kind to this era. Goodness, you truly are dense. When you realize about your dangerous ideology has become the sparkle for new threats. The dim-witted of the world only fan the flames with their anxiety, be it people or monsters, to be satisfied is in our own nation. Alright bro, like... You're free to go, I suppose, I don't know.
Well.
Alright.
Well.
What do you have to say, Rose?
But which
Hey,
actions
hey,
will
your
you
majesty.
take?
Listen to this. We just had a guest in the store claiming to be the chief of Etria. He said he wanted ingredients for the withering potion they use on the island, and how should I put this? The Mustari village chief, he's rather easy on the eyes when you say. Wait, sorry, forget about that. I swear I had a point. I wanted to tell you all sorts of people come visit now. Pokemon? Yeah, I mean, does this look like Pokemon? I don't know. I mean, tomorrow for sure. I'll play the game tomorrow for sure. I didn't have the time, right? I just came back from work, had dinner, and yeah. But yeah, Pokemon came out yesterday, like Pokemon Legends ZA or whatever. And I enjoy doing business more now than I ever did before. Oh, because visually look like us. Alright, man. Like, how do I punish you for this? I need to put you on timeout. There you go. I think this is like your second timeout, and like the previous one was like you said something really stupid about Futabo or something. Like I regret nothing he says. Alright, no, it wasn't underage, it was like, but it was kind of stupid.
Stupendous.
I remember it was about Futaba because you're literally the only person I've timed out
Very good.
like in earnest without you being like some kind of scammer or something, you know.
Hi there.
Huh? Well, if it ain't the big man himself, good timing, mate. I just got back from the town myself. Long time no see, Katharina.
Oh, right.
And it been? I've been out traveling since I took the reins on the Seeker Recon team. Can't believe it's been half a year. And crazy doesn't begin to describe what's beyond the sea. The sights, the magic, everything so fantastic I'm already itching to get back out there. Well, I'm not especially keen on dodging the bloody cannonballs when my ship gets too close. Lots of tension out there, but what country isn't a little tense? Everything from the customs to the way they think so different, my head spins. It makes all the tribal bickering seem right dull, if I can speak my mind. But this country's changing for the better. I'm glad that I turned over the throne to you. You turned it over.
Hold on.
You turned it over to me, did you? Yeah, I know you're right by the Paribus, so I bowed out early to give Yai a fighting chance. Heh, just kidding. All my cohorts have found jobs, and some of them have even picked up new skills from being out at sea so long.
See you soon, I hope.
But don't you worry your kingly head. I'll have it all whipped up in a report for ya. Do something proper kingish with it, yeah? Alright. Oh, Stroll. Wait. Oh, she's probably in the cathedral. Okay, that makes sense. Well, Stroll.
Hey.
Ha! Scouting about the city again, are we? Which is to say, Heidelberg is on the hunt. The classic game of cat and mouse, though who is which I dare not say. It's been a year since you ascended the throne, but it's like you've hardly changed.
I mean...
Forgive me, I'll try to be more pretentious, to act like more... Wow, Leon, you murdered that one. Forgive me, I'll try to act more like a pretentious kid from now on.
No.
Ha, that's rich. All that royal blood in you is positively wasted, my friend. What are we to do with you? Not that I can talk, I actually came out for a bit of a breather myself.
Even so...
You know, I see now that even those at the top have their struggles, a little too clearly. A generous duty feels overwhelming at times. But there are lives hanging in the balance. I recognize the weight of every decision I make, and I do find satisfaction in protecting those lives.
Hey.
Remember our first meeting back in the recruitment center? I fallen noble with nothing to my name, and you were struggling out a traveler. Back then, my only goal was getting ahead. My people were a little more than an afterthought. If I hadn't met you, I'd have never realized the truth about my fortune, my father's intentions, and I certainly couldn't have saved the Hallians.
Thank you.
I owe seeing the joy in their faces to you. I think I've said it before, but again, thank you.
That's...
You need to give yourself some credit, Stroll.
No.
I would still owe any credit I could take to you from showing me the way. They live stable, peaceful lives thanks to you.
Hey.
You have a whole country on your shoulders now. The road ahead will be full of challenges we can't possibly foresee. But show me the way, and I'll blaze the trail. Now and always, it's my role as a warrior to be the vanguard.
That's why.
Our titles may have changed, but I'd like to think our friendship is steadfast as ever. Don't hesitate to rely on me, now and always.
Stay there.
Wonderful.
I don't think we spoke to everyone, but you want to go to see Maria? Oh wait. Do I actually need to speak to everyone? Alright, so
Alright then.
speaking to Maria is the last
Wonderful.
part of it, I guess. I thought we had to like speak with people on the way. Alright, I suppose we will.
That's something.
What an unexpected coincidence, Your Majesty. No guards with you today? Ha, don't worry, I'm not tattletale. I myself just left a meeting going over the provincial governments are doing. We convened for the new year. How are things in
So-
Martira? Ah, it's as lively as it used to be, and we owe it to you, Your Majesty. That dodgy mess you cleaned up for us feels like ancient history now. And I'm pleased to report, as head of the provincial lords, it's nothing but good news reaching my ears. Better relations between towns has employment up and overall welfare too. Each town has specialties and wisdom to offer, and when we combine our heads, there's no problem we can solve. I just feel so blessed to be part of it. I know I made some blunders left when I first stepped into the governance role, but I'm happy to share my failings so others don't repeat my mistakes. Ha! That really brings me back.
Got to say,
I know I was trying to do so much on my own back then, but I was a bit overzealous. Of course, some lords are like I was once, and would rather manage things at their sole discretion than leave things to the people. And yes, taking every matter to public opinion can be laborious, what with all the proceeding and disputes.
then again,
Still, changing our lives with our own hands makes the process worth the trouble.
brilliant.
And choosing a king of our own will was the inspiration we needed for change.
Lovely that.
Okie doke.
Ain't this a pickle?
Alright, so how many people are
All right
here?
then.
4. And
Let's go.
wait, I can go into the Gauntlet Runner? I can't go into the Gauntlet Runner. I don't know why. Is there something... Is there someone here? I mean, yours would be if someone is. No. Maybe we can go up to the piloting area? Alright, it's been restored. Okay. Well, Neuros is in front of the Gauntlet Runner, which has received some minor upgrades, I say. Ha ha ha! What brings His Royal Majesty here? Come to feel the wind on your face too, have you?
Aha!
I know how it is. Like the fancy old title of Chief Engineer of the Kingdom Infrastructure Development Bureau, I can research as I please now, but something's missing. So I threw out the stuffy old uniform and came to gaze upon the runner in the way I do.
About that.
I feel like I know what you mean when you say something's missing.
Oh,
I knew you'd agree. I think my bones are aching to feel the wind. I rather miss the days of dashing heathen and thither in the runner.
perhaps.
Not that I'm ungrateful for the gracious title you've given to a man who used to sulk about modifying gauntlet runners. You haven't seen anything yet? Why, one day I'll invent a teleportation device that will deliver fresh fish straight from Oceania to your palatial plates. Could you at least deliver it to the kitchen? I would change the world, wouldn't you say? I'm just a bit stuck at the beginning of the development.
Indeed.
And it sounds like this I need stimulation for the mind. You have anything that might do the trick? Do I smell another relic hunt?
That's...
Are you going to send me on another relic hunt? Don't pretend you didn't enjoy it. Every time you'd pop back in with one, I remember how I could hardly contain my excitement. I mean, that means you enjoyed it. I do so miss traveling like that. Even if the relics themselves were better off left untouched, they've become the guiding principles of my research, you know?
That's...
Convenience is important, but one must consider safety and the effects it might have on the world. An engineer who dumps a burden to future generations is no engineer at all.
However...
Still, it's no small feat to design with a perfect balance of safe and revolutionary. Even I struggle with it, and I'm barely genius? Ah, I knew it. But I need a stimulation, Your Majesty. Ah, he was about to call me lad or something. You know, like the soul-sucking speed of and quiver of a drive engine. You let me know if you ever want to go out for a spin, won't you? Are you all yet spotting clean and always ready for a takeoff? Alright, I actually want to see... No, I didn't leave anyone to speak here. Alright, so it's only people here. Well, I'm going to assume one of them is gonna be Brigitta.
Ripping this is...
And Juna.
My king.
Oh, there you are, Will. Here you were in town, so I decided to see if I might cross paths. I have so much to tell you about my inspection, so I'm afraid you'll need to clear your diary for me soon.
In that case,
You bring me back any souvenirs?
Gosh.
Let's just focus on the report. Don't worry, I'll give you the gist. Firstly,
Well,
the Mage Academy's reconstruction is going swimmingly. Repairs are in full swing, and we're already processing admissions. I must say, I'm still surprised you appointed me of all people to the Academy's headmistress. I was rather looking forward to going back on tour as a songstress. Oh, and shall I introduce you to my little fairy friend? I scooped him up at the Academy of all places. During the reconstruction, they stumbled on this little guy in some kind of observatory supposed to be used by a king long ago. Considering the igniter around his neck, I'm sure he was being taken care of. I mean, there's no way a cat would survive alone in that cold, could he? Oh!
so
Regardless, our mysterious kitty is only the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the academy. I just realized, like, they mean this cat, and it's like the cat from the academia. Our mysterious kitty is only the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the academy. All our knowledge was lost when it fell, so we're starting from scratch. It might even be hiding secrets as big as the Dragon Temple or the Sanctum. Oh, and I'm keeping the cat. Feels like fate, you know.
speaking of which,
And speaking of fate, on my way back, I met with Myrtus. She's
now
well, I
we're
trust.
talking.
She's been keeping well, I hope.
yeah.
More than well. Her thought has been fine, and she's a fairly prominent singer about town now. We both just keep soaring to new heights, hearing music, and me coming face to face with magic again.
Hey.
Surely you remember, music was the first magic born of this world, yes? I was told. When the heart expresses itself through music, it moves the hearts of others. And when they make hearts swell, why, there's no end to the magic. So you just watch. With music and magic by my side, I'm going to change the world. All will have equal opportunity to hone their talents at the Mage Academy. Our doors are open to all. And that's what my sister would have wanted. And if it makes the world a better place, why, isn't that just grand?
Magic.
Ella taught me that the magic is more than a tool. It's in all of us, deep in our hearts.
Wait a sec.
Wait a second, isn't that the guy from Academia? If that place was made of magic, how is it here in real life? To say nothing of how he could have survived in a deserted ruin before the snow. But in the snow, that shouldn't be possible, right?
That's a good kitty.
And yet he's never stopped looking cute.
Oh.
Doesn't bother you at all? You sure are something else. Memory serves. The last thing did build himself a stud in that Mage Academy. Do you think Academia was stalled after that, maybe? Yes. I wonder what His Majesty, what more felt when he put this little guy in Academia. The cat tends to himself quietly, utterly impartial to us. I'm a little ashamed that I don't remember the cat's name.
Ain't this a pickle?
The king himself out browsing the shops. Ha! Perhaps I need to draft up a royal certificate of appointment. Tell the world we supply goods to the royal family. Anything you'd recommend? Unigniter in particular, in fact. Though I'm afraid we're all sold out of it at the moment. The igniter I made with at the children's request, the one that lights up with rainbow colors, is selling startlingly well. The store was packed with families and children.
Say,
I now hold a position where I control the distribution of all manners of goods throughout the kingdom, as the head of the Igniter Consortium. I can't help but think that if I had been in that position sooner, and the church's violence, the tragedy of the village could have been prevented.
But
Oh, I did not even see what I chose, sorry. There was nothing you could have done at the time, Brigitte. I know that. I only rose to the position as you became king, and shed light on what lay to the shadows in the shadows of this country. Though you can't take full credit, as it were, I was nominated for my new position by my colleagues. Our new king has changed this country for the better. However, as a former arms dealer, it would be naive to think all weapons can ever disappear from this world.
yet.
It was all the more reason I hope that the reason, wow, It's all the more reason I hope that the reasons for people to will them continue to decline. Alright, I think I understand what the sentence is saying. It's just a reason twice. To that end, I'll continue doing all I possibly can with all that I am, just as you do.
Speaking of,
Oh yes, do you remember my dog? I found the ones who took her. Naturally, I consider ending their lives. But there she was, sitting beside them. Evidently, they could not bring themselves to harm such a sweet creature, so they decided to keep her instead. I had no choice but to spare their lives. I couldn't subject a gentle dog to the atrocities that committed in her name. You should come play with her sometime. I'm sure she remembers you. Alright, and I'm assuming the final one is Yufa, but you're just the weather.
how about a fortune?
Oh my, has His Majesty come to have his fortune told? Oh, I jest, of course. I believe you become acquainted with the Chief of Etria. I was able to speak with him for just a moment. He is a truly outstanding figure, in both ability and insight. As a first storyteller, I have much to learn. People really like the Chief of Etria,
Greetings.
working hard as ever, Will. Where are you going out about town and listening to what the people have to say? Marcel, I've just come from the Crown Court, where I've been consulting with the people about their grievances and disputes as Chief Magistrate.
Well,
Are courts taking on common grievances?
Yes, of course.
In the past, we were busy with cases of violence and theft, but those have decreased remarkably.
In truth,
As you're undoubtedly aware, in the past many citizens were sentenced to hang without so much as a trial.
alas,
I'm pleased to report things are different now. Anyone, regardless of race and status, can tell their side of the story in court and be judged equally and fairly. It just goes to show anything's possible, even for a priestess to become a chief magistrate. And my brother is making great strides as village chief. He's rather hated the role before, but he's truly found his calling, I
the
think.
reason is,
As I said, no one knows what the future holds. It's all the more reason I try to guide people to make good choices. I want to live in a society that practices kindness, where those who suffer need not turn to crime, and so I practice what I preach.
now that you mention it,
The other day, I went to visit Ovis Church to inquire with those sick there about how the kingdom can be more accessible to them. The people at the church were okay with you being there?
very well.
Yes, I had a productive conversation with Toby and the rest. Many who were sick had gotten better, and I want to ease into working again. Healing them made me reflect on all the people who still need our help. Until now, the only hope those people had was God.
I do believe.
I want to fight for them to have options, under laws and systems that they can rely on addition to higher power. A country where all the tribes with all their values can join hands in harmony. That's what we need.
Because
You aim to achieve that too, Your Majesty? I hope you'll allow me to keep working alongside you on this. What do you have to say for
may God
yourself?
keep your child.
Can I?
All right.
Ha! You're surveying the city going to, Your Majesty? Visitors would be aghast. I don't think anyone is truly capable of harming you. As you are aware, faith in the Sanctist Church plummeted after our misters were exposed. Admit we were arrogant and unjust, wicked in custom, but people have found salvation through the church as well. I intend to restore the Sanctist Church to its true purpose, to offer salvation to those in need. As Sanctiarch, and as someone who was saved by the Sanctist faith myself, that is all I can do to return the
May
favor.
God keep your child.
Well, you seem to have your head on straight. Oh, hey, it's the brother.
Hey,
Hello there, Your Majesty. It's great to see that you're doing... That you're doing as well as ever. I've just left a meeting with the provincial lords. I also preach demonstrated teachings in various areas where the opportunity arises. Many still push back against such teachings, but that's perfectly fine. The country is well served by different perspectives. Many of the villagers have come around to this too, you know. I think that's because you all face such dangers on our behalf. Still, it won't be easy to change the entirety of Hicronia. Its history is embedded deep in its roots. The country is large and some people will need all the power you have. The true test of your values has only just begun. Alright.
Wonderful.
Alright,
It's a
so
pickle.
we've met with everyone we could meet, except for Maria.
Let's go see.
Lovely, that. Say there.
Grand, isn't it?
So,
I think we've heard from all the people we can, so we head to where Maria is. Yeah, let's
that
go see
reminds
her.
me.
Being here so brings back memories. You remember how we came here looking for Maria before the tournament for the throne? She was crying back there though.
That's right.
Yeah, I remember. This country turned around since then, no doubt about it. I'm sure there will always be difference of opinions, but your ideals are really coming in fruition now. I can feel it. That reminds me, what's up with the book you were carrying around? Is that the one you've been working on yourself?
Oh,
I'm excited to see what kind of fantasy you can conjure up. But maybe that's not even the word for it. After all, you're the one putting it in ink. That means you're going to make it reality someday. Now then, Your Majesty, shall we get going?
oh, hello there.
Alright, we actually have some voice acting here.
Oh, right. I suppose now I should call you Your Majesty. You know, I was just telling Papa. Even through all that mess, everyone's really been working hard.
Am I keeping my promise properly from back then?
Yes, you beat the villain, and now the city's full of smiles. And I'm sure Papa's smiling down on you too.
That's good. Hearing that from you really lifts my heart.
It's rare to see kids like her smile. The future changes slowly, and the burden of its momentum will fall on her shoulders someday.
Don't worry. I'll try to do my part with what I've got. I want to help everyone understand that the world could be a better place if we can join hands with one another. Miss Fabian's fed so many hungry people since things changed. Some of those people even said they found their place there. I think I did too. If we can all change together for the better like that, we'll be closer to Your Majesty's and Papa's dream.
A place where I ought to be. A side of myself I ought to show. The path is never clear.
And I want to help with something too. I want everyone across the land to be able to smile.
Yes. I expect great things, my trusty advisor.
Yeah. Thank you, Your Majesty. Oh. Thank you, Your Majesty.
We should be the ones thanking her. Feels like I can see the entire country's future in her smile.
Everyone!
Long time no see. How have you been?
As we find ourselves afield, I thought I might visit Alsace myself.
Hold on a tick. Those people there? Surely not.
Naturally, we're drawing attention. We didn't all have to go at once.
Needn't fuss, old thing. It's been too long since we were all together again anyway.
Lady Tuna, did you really come all this way in a runner? Could have asked His Majesty to pop over and bring you back with a teleport or two.
I love, like, the sassy right here.
The unmitigated nerve.
Oh, it's fine. I wanted to take in our country as it is. It's definitely a little rougher outside the capital's walls, There's still traces of melancholia around, and the odd human roaming about.
We're sending soldiers out for every incident we can. But it's not easy to hear the voice of the people from more distant regions.
I guess it's obvious. But just because you're king now doesn't make you suddenly all-seeing.
A lesson I learned last year. In the end, I was blind to a great deal of this world. Never would have learned if I hadn't pushed out the door and seen it with my own eyes.
He's right. The capital can be a bit of a bubble. There will always be more to do and learn beyond its walls.
A year ago, I would have just said we could fly over ourselves. I mean, let's be real. The capital isn't gonna fall apart if we just sneak over for a little tour, is it?
I mean, he is right.
Of course not. We specifically put precautions in place to keep things running.
Yet it has only been 1 year. We cannot be too complacent too soon, lest the dissidents seize on the opportunity.
Oh, there he is! Over there! See? I told you, that's His Majesty, innit?
Might have been a bit too obvious.
Oi there, Your Majesty!
You dare hoy the king? You swine!
Alright, Heisenberg, let's chill.
Steady on, Hulkenberg, calm. You needn't draw steel on the poor fellow. We're the ones who indulged in this little day trip.
Your Majesty, thanks for all you do, really. Have to say, my life's a lot easier now.
There's more work to do every day, but we're in this together. We believe in you.
Everyone's so supportive. Kind of brings back memories from last year.
Rather. It's the sort of thing to get a chap all misty-eyed over the past. What a journey it was.
We really did just leg it up and down the country slaying dragons, eh? Can't believe we actually survived it.
They were dangerous times, but exciting ones too.
When we fought to appease the dragon god, I had no idea we would have to face another 4 dragons.
Nor I. Never thought the day would come when I'd be hailed as a dragon slayer. Life is full of surprises.
I mean, honestly, this was mostly on Stroll, but yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna say that you didn't help, Heisme.
Right.
I deserve to believe in my ideals no matter what may come, even back then. Even if the world is slow to change, a king's beliefs can never waver.
It was a hard road, but we did have fun together, didn't we?
Looks like we're drawing a crowd. Time to get back to work.
Indeed. A veritable mountain of tasks awaits us, and I will see it crested.
And not long after, a new year dawned.
A journey? Are you really planning on leaving us?
There's more I have to see. With my own eyes.
You want to know what's going on in the world, huh? Well, I guess you are the king.
Sounds like fun, but a daily jaunt down to the slums is one thing, and a proper journey is quite another. You're a king now, lad. You've got the people's expectations on your shoulders. It's all right to just sit on your throne and mind the home front, you know?
I don't care to be kingly.
I don't care to be kingly. That's less important than doing what I need to do.
You're not even concerned? Can't you take this a little more seriously?
Ever the fearless gadabout, eh? Well, I take your point, lad. Magla and the humans make a fine barometer for the anxiety still swirling in the country. So you go out and give it a proper survey, where it is and how much is there.
Pretty
If
much.
people can't face their anxieties, they can't keep their eyes forward. And if they can't do that, we'll have a bally hard time moving forward as a nation or a people. So you want to get a better grasp of it all. That's your most important duty as a ruler. That's what you're thinking, eh?
Right.
Even the most faraway future begins with a belief that can be realized. So I'll press onward. That's the best I can do.
If that was your plan, you could have just said so.
Sounds like a fine idea to me. A proper spot of fun, besides. Wouldn't expect any less from our king and captain. Well, since I'm the bally court engineer, I've no choice but to come along. I'm the only driver fit to maneuver the Royal Skyrunner after all.
Hey, yeah, not pulling your arm, am I?
And why, you're the Dragon Slayer King. Bane of monsters all across the
Hey, they really are
country.
hopping in on
And
that,
I
huh?
imagine what sort of wondrous encounters you've got next. Well, I'm all agog. Yes, here begins our quest anew. Let us sally forth upon our... hello? Are you not listening to me?
Sire, you've really got to stop chasing these ideas all on your own. You'll be the death of us.
Once again, sire, I've asked you countless times to give word if you're to leave the castle. Such caprice.
Nurse, don't tell me you called for them beforehand.
I mean, obviously.
Saved us a bit of time, eh? Though, hello, what's this? I count only 2 of the 6 partisans. Short a few spears.
For my part, I believe 'tis unrealistic for all of us to depart the capital together.
Oh, so you've no plans to stop our little adventure, eh?
Hulkenberg and I talked it over. We decided that if you insist on going, we'd rather go with you than stop you.
I'm glad to hear that, but will that be all right?
I was thinking back to our last fight with Luis. So many people supported us, but not for any high-minded ideals or arguments.
Okay.
They were supporting us because we were actively fighting a monster on their behalf. In the end, people make choices based on their personal experience and emotion. Even if decided justly and supported by prosperity, the people may struggle to trust a king whose face they do not know. An invisible ruler is no cure for their fears.
Right. I'm not opposed to the idea of getting out into the world again. Really, it might be the wisest move to make sure you're a king everyone knows.
My friends and allies believe as I do. Their support is the greatest treasure I could have.
Still, this early into the new year? 'Tis never a dull moment in your Majesty's employ.
Bit of a smaller party than we last set out with, huh? But it's a pleasure to be on the road again with you.
Okay, but can we really afford to have both our general and the Royal Guard's captain coming along for this?
I mean, the Royal Guard captain obviously wouldn't, like, that be the one coming along with the Royal King? I don't know, what, you know what I mean though?
'Tis natural course for the Royal Guard to accompany the king. And I trust my corps is not so feeble that it will fall apart in my absence.
Exactly.
We'll make it work. Got to learn to trust others and delegate, right? And we'll just have to lead by example.
Thank you. All of you. Let's be off.
You once heard my voice and answered a query in kind. Is fantasy a powerless creation? That timeless question. So long as life remains in the world, we seekers all shall search for our answer. But he will find his. Of that I am certain. And it is thanks to you for believing in and guiding him. That was the true purpose of my royal magic, you know. To seek and obtain guidance from denizens of a land beyond ours. A land that has not yet lost hope. And it was you who answered the call. Armed with your hope, armed with the power of fantasy, you rose in glory. Such courage.
Alright,
whimsy.
can you chill?
And
I was...
yes, what thrills.
I really just played the video game. Like, chill. Whoa, what? Alright. Sorry. My mouse is kind of like... not
Feels
doing
familiar.
well.
It's been far too long.
Aye, the wind feels an echo of days past.
Unusually poetic for you.
They're awful, aren't they? They would have left us behind. Oh.
Well, I says we're in a
I love
position
the
to
first
talk, having
game.
followed straight after, saying we could just teleport back.
Well, hey, we figured the kids might want to change your scenery, like.
Wow! Amazing!
Poetic indeed. That the scepter's absence restored order to Magla, and even greenery to the sands.
I'll say,
In a year?
I definitely like this view better.
Let's go.
In a year. Well, at least it's nice that Mario is here. Right. Alright. Guess we hit the credits. I'm going to assume there's like an after credit thing. Well, again, a whole year and some change, because I also played the thing. Is this like... that's interesting. I don't have a mouse to show, but yeah, this is definitely more as like a sketch. This, I wonder if this is in the digital art book. I would love to buy the art book for this game, like when and if it comes out. I know I've definitely bought the digital art book. Anyways, so a year of this game. Definitely shorter than Persona 5, but I guess that was like the definitive edition of Persona 5, right? Like with the extra trimester or whatever. And I'm not gonna lie, I kinda hope they don't make one for this game. I don't know if I will even play it if they do. I'm gonna start with a bad because I kind of wanna get it over with. Honestly, the final month was kind of a chore. It was tiresome, okay? It had 3 too many dungeons, if you're asking me. Like definitely it had like a bunch of things, and I'm not gonna lie. I think I prefer like the idea of the dungeons rather than the idea of mementos, in the sense that like we actually were doing things, but mementos never really, like, we never had to like spend more than a session every now and then in mementos. It was boring, but it was like a smaller pill to swallow, right? Whereas, truth be told, in metaphor, like, again, the final month taking 20 hours plus definitely did a number on me. I'm also not gonna lie, cool as the vibe of this whole game is, I feel the music wasn't up to snuff to what I'm used from Atlus games, right? I don't know, like, yeah, I was missing Lotus Juice. And the last thing I'm going to complain about, like this game was definitely a little bit too RPG, especially compared to like Persona. Not only in the um in the sense that, you know, like the theming and like the dungeons and all that jazz. Like the battle system, I wasn't really having fun until I'd say Yufa joined the crew, um, which was like definitely like halfway through the game. I think Yufa is definitely like a great outlier as like character design as a team member. I really like that. And I kinda liked how I could select the persona of my teammates in more freedom. Though I do kind of wish, like the thing I was saying from the beginning, I do kind of wish the main character was like more impressive. I would have liked the main character to have been able to switch into like maybe like once you unlock uh, the prince, maybe I would have liked to be able to switch between the prince and the seeker. Excuse me. But yeah, like the lack of um making the main character unique in respect to the other team, like party members, like that's whatever. You always had to use him, but like he never had a special trick. Whatever. And yeah, the battle system, I'm not gonna lie, I preferred the tagging mechanic from Persona 5. Admittedly, turn management was way easier in this game, especially once you get control of your turns with the prince and with the help of Gallica, and like at the end with the crown. Like once you get those, it's fine. But yeah, whatever. Things I did like. Let's start with the things I did like. I mean, the art direction is amazing. Like, what can we talk about? Like, the art direction of this game is amazing. It's really good. It's incredible. I really like the summoning mechanic. I really like Caleb Yen, and like all the voice actors that are right in front of me right now. Caleb Yen has been the voice of like the past year in my ears between Metaphor and Master Hunter. Like everyone did an amazing job. It was really nice to actually hear the main character. Xander Mobius is definitely a little wasted in um in wait more, and the King had different voice actors. Oh, that's kind of sad. He's definitely kind of wasted in Persona 5. I know he plays like 4 roles in that. He plays Arsene and Joker and Satanael. But like he doesn't speak as much. I really enjoyed that he speaks way more. Like Will speaks way more. Yeah, the art direction is amazing. I said this on episode 1 or maybe 2. Like the first time like you rip your heart apart to like awaken your archetype, honestly I fell in love with the game. And I'm not even gonna lie, the first 10 hours and like the finale are they I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the opening. I really enjoyed the finale. They were really, really good. Like the game is really good. It's just a little too long, right? Enemy designs, especially on the humans, were amazing. Especially the boss humans, like they were all so creative. And I like, of course, I did this statement I did with Gallica, who honestly, she's definitely, she's definitely either my favorite or my second favorite character compared to Juna. I think, like after what I said last time, she might actually might be my favorite. Um, but like Juna is definitely up there. I admittedly I like this crew way less than the Persona 5 crew, but that's really just a personal preference thing. Uh, I just feel I like the other crew a little bit more, especially like I like Ryuji more than Stroll. I think I like Anne more than Haltenberg. I don't know. I think I like Yufa more than Haru, but like the crew is really well made in Persona 5, and in Metaphor, like the crew is good, but it's not as good. It's fine. It's great. It's great. It's not just fine. It's great. Um, that's pretty much it. I think, and I don't think it was really that big a deal. This game didn't really have any mini games compared to like Persona that had like baseball and stuff, but I kind of don't mind that too much. Let's see if I can still have some space to speak. It's probably a thanks for playing. The great
Dear
Seeker Leon.
guest, from a world I shall never know. In your eyes, I know our journey was ultimately a fiction. With all my heart.
Oh, come on!
I hope that fantasy gives you strength.
I need to press spacebar. I did not have time to speak. Wait, what? Is a sequel bait?
Look at that. The rubble's just bait for tourists now.
I never expected a view like this.
Let's see it all. Let's see the world.
Yeah.
A new journey now beckons. In days of eld, the people prospered and perished in turn. Struck by their ways, I wrote a book of my dearest ideals. A tale of fantasy. In my vision, they placed their trust, and so the kingdom breathed new life.
The strength to believe in the unknown, that can change everything.
This is such a good scene.
Without a doubt, you will face all sorts of trials ahead. But carry onward with all your heart. Onward, fearless, into a world unknown.
Alright, I'm going to stick here for like a minute. Yeah, I enjoyed the um I enjoyed like the fact that the game was like a little bit more focused. Like we weren't expected to like do baseball and stuff. It's nice salt and pepper in a game, but it's also like just that, I suppose. And quite frankly, I enjoyed that like the time management was way less important in this game, especially for connections. Like I like the fact that I never had to go on a date, uh, just hoping like that the thing is gonna be uh right. I hope they actually keep that. This is honestly like I don't mind. I like that there was like a small bonus in getting things right, but I wasn't getting punished on my time for like to have the extra time on the dates, on the friend dates. And I like that I could like do every. There was time for me to make every connection possible, and like of course you don't. The fact that no mini games and no fluff, it means like no extra jobs and stuff, and like you can just find the quests you need in real time. Like you can just go to the place that gives the quest and you find the quest. Like that's extremely innovative. Sometimes streamlining things and making them more basic is actually good. So yeah, I it's nice that I was able to like finish all of my bonds, and of course I had time to finish the dragon stuff and all that jazz. Like it was nice. It was nice that I actually got to experience the whole game without having to be super worried and sacrificing stuff. Like honestly, I feel I mean, besides of the fact that the only thing that we missed was the finale of the arena and stuff, and I guess we didn't find all the Beatles or whatever. Like, who cares? The rest of the game, like I experienced in the hall, I enjoyed that. It's really nice that I was actually able to play the game in hall, and like I took like 3 days on the first dungeon, and then I did like a few of the things took me like I think I did 2 rounds in the Dragon Temple, and I did like the volcano, the mistakes I did with the volcano. Like it's not like I did not waste some of my time, which again, it's nice that despite the fact that I did waste some of my time, the rest of my time was enough for me to do everything I wanted to do, everything the game offered. Like I never found out how to find the Lord of the Lake, but whatever. So yeah, I really hope that they eventually will like if they make another Persona when they make a Persona 6, like they keep some of these things, right? Um but yeah, honestly, I could have again, I think I've said this before. I literally said this in the last episode. There's there's a certain way I do things in with these games where I feel I'm not allowed to half-ass things and I need to actually take the game where it is. And that's like a sacrifice that comes at my own time, right? Um yeah, I could have probably done the month like in half a time if I was like taking it chill. And there's a certain difference when especially when you do it the way I do where I do it like once per week, but there's a certain difference when you like sit down and you are allowed to actually play a game in a more chill way than when you're streaming. It's a different experience, and I'm not like a big time streamer, so excuse me, it's not like I'm a big time streamer and like that's something I have a lot of experience with, but still, and like it's not even a streamer. Like I mostly consider myself a let's player. I just stream these games instead because I want my friends to be able to join me from time to time. That's the reason why I'm streaming. I would have been doing the same thing I'm doing right now. I would just like I guess I would put more sessions in, but at the expense of like not having my friends, and that's the point of streaming, right? I have the opportunity to have my friends here rather than anything else. Anyways, focus on the task. But like, yeah, playing 2 to 3 hours, uh, 2 to 3.5 hours every week will spread the game out quite widely. Um, and a game needs a specific longevity. Like, even a game that I consider really good for my streaming style, Hades, like I've taken like 3 breaks on it throughout the 2 years I played it. So yeah, like the way I do things, it makes the games longer than they should be, and I'm just like, it's just like the final month kind of tired me out. But I'm excited to move on. I'm excited to um get into a little bit more into Hades now that they won't have competition. I'm going to take like a 2 week break probably from having a big game on this. I'm probably going to. I know what I'm going to be playing next, and it's another RPG. But I'm probably going to take the rest of October off. Probably gonna do the next game by November. The reason I'm gonna do this is because I want to have time to edit these videos. I think my backlog is like 7 sessions for editing, and like, well, I'm gonna find the time to like edit all of the metaphor stuff like in the next 2.5 weeks. Um, and that should be good enough, I feel, for metaphor. I'm not going to do another tier list for metaphor like I did with Persona 5. I don't feel like doing it. It was fun doing it for Persona 5. I don't think it's gonna be fun to do it for metaphor. So this is pretty much it. I honestly had fun throughout this whole year with some minor exceptions. There is no chance in hell I would not recommend this game to anyone who hasn't played it. And like, I legitimately believe that it's a good enough story, which is why I was getting people that like Sigma, my friend Sigma, who really likes JRPGs, to get out of here while I was streaming, because I feel he deserves to play it, and the game deserves to be played. So thank you all very much for watching. I'm gonna press space to see if it has anything left past this point, but if it throws us to the main menu, I'm gonna call it a night. It's gonna throw us to the main menu. By saving your clear data, certain things can transfer over as is to a new save. You can transfer currently owned items, with some exceptions. I wonder if they would let you pass on the crown. Money, Magla, Royal Virtues, that's nice. Scant enemies, Memorandum, Archetype statuses, and total playtime. Alright, so Money and Magla? So on New Game Plus, you would get. Honestly, if they do make a full version of the game, like a larger version of the game, I might consider doing a New Game Plus on it, just for having the mag and the royal virtues. Archetype statuses, I don't understand what they mean. Like, we'll start with 100% of the archetypes? Save clear data? You know what? I'm not gonna save it on number 1. I'm gonna save it on 16. No, I'm going to save it on 1. So, like, if you wanted to. Oh, no, it really is. Okay, never mind. Thank you all very much for watching. I'm gonna see you guys next time.
Who's
Have a
there?
nice night. Bye bye.
I can feel you watching me from a place beyond my sight.